I don't know. Is that y'all's story? Religion taught me. Let me say the sector of religion taught me that I had to pick, and I found that I do what works for me. I will never forget, and we're gonna get it. We're gonna get into our book. I promise you. I will never forget the first time I did my own spiritual bath. Because those that don't know, I'm on a program, in a program to become a minister of spiritual consciousness. And one of the things that we had to do, not had to do, but it was an assignment. We had to take a spiritual bath. And I had never, greetings, Dimples, I had never taken a spiritual bath before. So I'm like, okay. And so if you've never taken a spiritual bath, thank you for the gift, fam. It's like, from what I experienced, they require flowers. We use uh, Efun, um, and we use some Florida water, and it's just different things that you put in the bath. But I think this was what we used. Some what was the white flour? It was a white flour we used, but um, we put it, and then we had to say or herbs, yes, or herbs, and we put all these things, and we prayed over it. We used scripture and all that, and we had to do this for like a week straight. And long story short, that first night, y'all, that first night I took my spiritual bath, like. You take a shower, you take a regular shower, and then you use the bath to like pour over you and pray and cleanse you. That first night, I woke up and I got out that bed like I was floating. You hear me? I got out that bed. Yes, we dressed in white. Well, we had to. That night I slept in full transparency. I slept naked, but we had to be on white sheets. It had to be clean white sheets, and so I slept on white sheets. And it was I got out that bed, and it was like, where am I? Like a whole weight had been lifted off my shoulders. I was like, this can't be witchcraft. This can't be the devil. And I recently just took a bath here, and I felt that same like, whoo. So, don't knock it till you try it, child. Cause that experience, yeah. And then we've been taught to, we have to create an altar in our home. And I had to do working through that. I had to clear that because an altar in the home, but it's an altar in the Bible. Like they were building altars biblically in the Bible. So there's nothing wrong with you having an altar in your home, you know? Oh, thank you, Tommy. I'm gonna follow back. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. And so, yeah, fam. So we are here doing metaphysical Bible study by way of really talking about zodiac signs and how to take care of yourself concerning your moon sign. And just to get everybody caught up, hey, my name is Titus Glenn. I'm a singer, songwriter, sound healer, and spiritual life coach. And I go live Monday through Friday at 5:30. It's for sound baths. So if you are up during that time, you can always catch me doing sound baths at 7:30 Central Standard Time. We come live and we do metaphysical Bible study in this way, having conversation. We had conversation around the four agreements. I think Miguel Ruiz. We then did the 12 steps to living your life, best life. Paul Ferrini. And now we've transitioned for the rest of the year having this conversation around moon signs. Well, how is this connected to the Bible? How this metaphysical Bible study? Well, metaphysics is really simple. It's looking beyond the literal sense or the physical sense. And a lot of us have been taught to look at the Bible in a literal way, when the Bible and a lot of studies show that it's not a literal book. And I was even having this conversation with a friend yesterday that even Jesus, the story of Jesus, it can be looked at as a myth, but in every sector of these conversations, even myths have hints of truth, right? So in these conversations, we are opening ourselves to have and have a thought. How do I want to say this? Because I don't want to offend nobody. I know. I'm just gonna say it. We're opening ourselves to be more open about the Bible. The Moon Science book. Let me turn this around so y'all can see. The author is Carmen Turner Scott. Carmen Turner Scott. Oh, Leo. Oh, Pisces rising. Okay. Gemini moon. Okay. So you got to talk through your feelings. Come on. You got to listen, having healthy conversation. Oh, but this Leo is giving. Oh, this Leo is giving is like, I might cut you at first, but give me a chance to talk through it. That's what that's giving, Tommy. And I might be, I don't think I'm off, but I'm willing to be open about it. I'm Virgo with Scorpio moon. Okay, Virgo dimples. This Virgo sun is giving organization, structure. I'm gonna critique you because I'm a perfectionist, and now this moon is like, okay, let's have this conversation around why you're not doing this right. Like, what is that about? Can we dive deep? The Scorpio's moon. Let's have this deep conversation. Let's go into this space, but I'm gonna critique you in the process because it got to be done this way. Passionate yet logical. I love it. But the thing about Leo, if you're not a Leo, I don't think people don't really understand Leos unless you are a Leo. This is my thinking. And unless you start doing the work concerning how people are made up their persona, because that Leo, it could be self consuming at first sight. It could be it's about me, it's about me, it's about me. And a lot of people don't understand that it's not that it's about you, but this is how you're processing it. And for some people, maybe you think it's about you, and your journey might be to understand that it's really not about you in in a way. Or I will say, let me say it this way, especially if you're a Leo moon, is learning to be open to create space to where it's about you and about the other person. Because a lot of Leos, in my experience, is they make it about them. They don't create space for, and I would say primarily maybe with the Leo moon. So yes, with the Leo moon, like creating space to know that it's not about you, and it's about both of y'all. But this is just the awareness. So how do we tie this metaphysically with the Bible? When you have an understanding that the Bible is a book of allegories, the Bible is a story that is a coded book with certain truths that you have to be open and willing to see on a underground like download. We ain't gonna say download. Although there are people in church that are on the download. Okay, but that's a different discussion. I mean, Craig probably just came through. Craig is my ego, and Craig be saying some off the wall stuff. So if y'all hear some things, just kind of just we gonna blame it on Craig. But in this oh, sorry. When we look at it metaphysically, the Bible as a book of allegories. Okay, when we look at a book of allegories, we could tie it to and have the awareness of that God already said that He gave us the signs for the times. All right, thank you for the gift, Dimples. He gave us the signs for the times, right? And how do we understand? Listen, the ego is a monster that must be defeated. Absolutely, we must understand that when we can use the Bible as a book to discern the times for us. And if we connect this to the idea that the Bible is a book of hidden truths, we can find that astrology is all in the Bible. In Genesis, Look up at the heavens. I gave you the signs of the times. The heavens display the glory of God, the honor of God. If you want to understand God, if you want to understand yourself, understand who God is. How do you understand God is? You can look at what He created. He created the heavens. Come on. And then if you look at Genesis, this is what I love. That's been my awakening and my connection to this hidden truth is that He gave us, or let's say God, because we've been talking about the God. God is not man or woman, right? God is not man or woman. God is not He's not a gender, or God is not a gender. Okay, we'll get out of that. But when we look at it metaphysically, and if you're saying some things in the comments, you may want to re-say it because TikTok is policing. We can see that in Genesis, God created two lights. Created two lights, family. So above, so below. Okay, we're gonna connect all this together. So we have the sun and we have the moon. These are only representations of you, of who you are. God gave you the sun sign, which is how people see you standing out. This is what you're evolving into, as some studies would say. And then you have a moon sign, this aspect of yourself that people don't see unless they really, really know you. And the moon sign connects you to your feelings, your emotions, your inner child. If you want to do shadow work, you can do it around your moon sign because your moon sign is about self love. It's about healing. Okay? So again, God gave us two lights. He gave us the sun. He gave us the moon. That sun is your ego, how people may see you. Okay? That moon is your intuitive nature, your feelings, your emotions. Okay? And then you got your rising, how people see you at first glance. And we tie that in because we have this conversation because a lot of people are only aware of their sun sign and they are not aware of their moon sign. And your moon sign is really where it's the gravy on the meat. Come on, somebody. Listen. And it might be the meat, if you ask me. Because I've become more connected with my moon sign as a Pisces, which is why I don't run away from my gifts anymore. Because my Pisces moon is showing me that my assignment here in the earth is connected to music. Yes, I teach and coach, but that love for music ain't going nowhere. How do I um, advocate for self? How do I enrich myself? When I look at my moon sign, I know that I need time for myself, right? Well, if you don't know, well, I know. So my moon sign tells me I like to be by water. So it confirms why I gotta go see Bay. And I'm gonna have to figure out a way to go see Bay. If you don't know who Bay is the beach. So I gotta go see Bay. All right. Or if I don't go see Bay, then I gotta go see the second, which is a lake by the water. You know, this lake by my house, and I go and just sit and be able to woosah. So yes, as a Pisces moon's all things water, or hopping in the shower, right? If you're like a fire sign, you might need to have a workout regimen so you can move, so you can do those things. So knowing, like, if you're a Cancer, if it's a water sign, however, things in your home, being able to do things around the house, be to put everybody out the house and say, hey, I need the house to myself. But this is for your moon sign. This is how you tap into self-care so you can make sure that you're recharged and you're not going off, and that you're make sure that you are balanced. Okay? So this is how we got here in this journey of self-discovery. Okay, in this journey of deconstructing, in this journey of who am I? Why am I here? What is my purpose? What's going on? Because everything around me doesn't make any sense anymore. And this is what has helped me make sense of life, make sense of purpose, make sense of what am I supposed to be learning right now? And that's what, yes, me and my Leo stellium have to exercise first thing in the morning. Oh, you trust me? Okay. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Real question though. I ain't gonna say real question. I like to be optimistic. Maybe it's not optimistic. Maybe it's a different view. Okay, because my first thought was, okay, trust you can trust me, but make sure you trust yourself. If anything, I appreciate you though, because I'm just one of those people that don't rely on what I say. Have your own experience. Although I welcome the ear, I welcome the opportunity to serve and share. But I say, hey, have your own experience, and if what I say relates to you, I love it. And I say that because I feel like as a coach, as a minister, becoming a minister of spiritual consciousness, it has made me aware of a couple of things. I'm not here to save you, but I am here to hold space while you save yourself. And if we have to continue to medicate you, and what we're saying is not applying, and you're not expanding and growing, then it now becomes codependency. And I feel like what transpired in a lot of churchdom is a lot of codependency. Where I gotta go to church to get this word, I gotta go to church to get this, I gotta go to church. And most people didn't apply it, and they kept on going for a fix. Oh my, how did we get there? I don't know how we got there. So I'm okay with you trusting me as long as you also trust yourself, because there might be some things that I say that you don't resonate with. Oh, you too, D. You too. You too. Come on. Come on. Why we here? Just in case you haven't heard it in a while. Come on. And just in case you really need to know. Just in case you haven't heard it in a while. Just in case you really need to know. Oh, I love you back, eh? I love you, I love you, I love you back, eh? I love you, I love you, I love you back, eh? I love you, I love you, I love you back. Come on, all right? Okay, I feel like I've become very, very talkative today, but I guess I feel like I am talkative. I'm starting to realize that, so y'all bear with me. But I think I'm also connecting because numerology wise, I am a three, and that three is connected to that Gemini energy, and I think that sparks the creativeness, the thinking a lot, being creative. Because I feel like Gemini's can be very creative with that three energy. So I'm making these connections. I was like, okay, Titus. All right. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. You said keep talking. No, I am an Aquarius sun, Pisces moon. Okay, so the Aquarius is the humanitarian approach, which is why I'm like, okay, have your independence. I'm okay if you vibing off of me, but where's your independence? Don't put it on me. Where's your independence? I will not be responsible. Listen, very creative energy. So that's why that Aquarius in me was like, come on, coming in strong. You hear me? Come on, let's bring everybody together. But you have your independence. You have your independence. Come on. All right. So let's get into it, family. Let's go into how we want to do this. Let's go to finding emotional fulfillment. Let's go back there. I'm gonna make sure that this is yes. Finding emotional fulfillment. And we're gonna go back to the signs. We've read this before, but it's like I say, this is stuff that you want to, that you can. You don't have to. That you can have on repeat because it is a new language. Astrology is a new language for a lot of people. So it's okay to reread and restudy. This is how we've been programmed. We've been programmed by repetition. So it might be a book that you may need to pick up and reread again to get into your being until it's something that resonates with you. Which is why sometimes when you say I'm a millionaire and it feels a little weird, you got to keep on saying that thing. You got to keep on saying I am prosperous. I am the head and not the tail. I am getting through this. I'm already victorious. I am courageous. And those are the repetitions that you want to have to rewire and reprogram yourself into another way of being. Okay? All right, finding emotional fulfillment. Let's get it. Aries. Aries moon people find emotional fulfillment through experiences that test them and make them feel alive. Oh, yes, yes, absolutely. Refreshing. Absolutely, absolutely. Aries moon people find emotional fulfillment through experiences that test them and make them feel alive. They like it when life is full of adventure and newness and variety. Aries moon require a lot of freedom and autonomy. We're talking about the moon sign, Jessica. Thank you for asking. We're talking about your moon sign. If you don't know your moon sign, go to Astrology Cafe, and that will help you in discovering your moon sign. Are you familiar with moon signs, Jessica? I mean, you probably are. Come on, leave the balance. I love it. Come on, balancing your emotions. You need balance. You need a relationship that can be like this. Okay, I heard you. You ready to hear me? Come on, the Libra moon. Okay, Aries moon require a lot of freedom and autonomy. As independent spirits, they need to feel free to make their own decisions. Emotional fulfillment comes from passionate relationships, but they need to keep a sense of self reliance. Commitment can be challenging for Aries moons. They need to be allowed to explore. Physical affection is an important need for Aries moons, along with sexual intimacy. They feel emotionally fulfilled when they get to express their immense sexual energy with a partner who can keep up with their energy levels. This is giving listen. This is giving put what was there was a creator, I don't know, I can't remember his name, but he created a wedding. What's his name? Oh my goodness, he's an African guy, big and tall, and part of his vows was making sure that he can put down the hammer. This is what this is giving. Listen, so if you are Aries moon, you need some Marvin Gaye in your life. Come on. Some people don't need it, but Aries, if you're an Aries moon and you're not getting it in on a regular, oh my God, today you probably stressed as all get out. Oh my, that healing. Come on, absolutely. That sexual healing. This is what this is giving. Listen, you might need to have Pennsylvania on standby if you got a Virginia, if Virginia's nearby. Listen, you might need to have Pennsylvania on standby. And listen, if you like a little Pennsylvania and you too live in Pennsylvania, you might still need a Pennsylvania on standby. Listen, listen, I'm telling you, I'm looking for a Pennsylvania. Okay, that's too much. Okay. Help me, Holy Ghost. Because it's been a year, child, and I'm like, what is happening? But I made, okay, this is not about me. Back to the Aries. Back to the Aries. Back to the Aries. Whew, child. Okay, I'm here. I promise you. Listen, it's thank you. Thank you. But I don't know if I want the congratulations. Okay, thank you. I'll take it. I'll take it. Because I did make a commitment to myself. Like, heal, Titus, heal. I will take the congratulations because when I first, I don't know if it's okay to share. Put it. We're gonna continue. We're gonna continue. But when I first got divorced, like I wasn't out with everybody. That's not what I'm saying. But there would be like, if you want it, you can get it. There was that type of vibe. And when I wanted it, it would just be like I had people that I could call to get it. And then it was like, I'm bored. I got bored. Like I don't want that. I don't want this just hit it and quit it type thing. And so my main, he's not here, and it was just almost like, if we're not going anywhere, do I still want to fly out and do this? So it's been this space of, okay, let's really, really get in the work. Let's really be intentional about who we're giving that part of ourselves to. All right. And in that, I've learned, my Pisces moon needs, oh, that's that what it is? Very common to just sow your oats wherever. I can see that. I can see that because it's almost like that breakaways. Like my thing used to be, I just want to cuddle, and then it would be like cuddle and draws off type thing. Okay, kids, if you're around, okay, no, no, hide your kids, hide your wife. Okay, all that stuff. Okay, then we're gonna keep it PG. Unreal. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Craig is in town. I promise you. This is blame it on Craig. Blame it on Craig. But now that we're talking about this Aries, I'm an Aries rising, and so I think that's been like the. Whew, listen, okay, I'm getting. My mind is going into details. Okay, let's not get into the details. Okay, so Aries, let's bring it back. Emotional fulfillment. You need freedom, and you need space to be able to get it in. All right, we had enough of Aries. Okay, let's come out of Aries and let's go to Taurus, where they're probably a little calmer. Okay, Taurus, emotional fulfillment. Taurus moon find emotional fulfillment when they can plan. Listen, Taurus moons find emotional fulfillment when they can plan for the future, making a schedule, mapping out career goals, planning for retirement, and having a set path bring them comfort. Taurus moon people struggle when their practical world is unsettled, unhealthy, or lacking a routine. Structure, relaxing surroundings, peace and quiet, and time to reflect can help restore calmness. Taurus moons enjoy spending quality time with the people they love. It's important for them to share their success with their loved ones. In return, watching those they care about succeed, whether that is their spouse, children, or family members, fulfills them. They enjoy buying items for their children, pets, or partner. They also enjoy spending money on hobbies, the arts, eating out, and comfy clothes. Listen, success is extremely important to Taurus moons. It's a part of what influences their self-esteem. This is making so much sense because recently I took my daughter on a daddy-daughter date, and I was talking to her about what I share and the process that I've been in to really know myself. And we looked at her moon sign. She's a Taurus moon. She's a Taurus moon, and when I say it's making sense because she just turned 16, but I kind of started teaching her about work ethic, like so she didn't had a job for the last 2 summers, and I didn't know why. I didn't know why. Well, I knew why I wanted her to have the job. I wanted her to have it so that she could get into the field of being around cooking because I thought she wanted to cook and stuff like that. But now I feel like it's more so a connection to what brings her stability is having her own coins and her work ethic in regards to being on like the drill team. Like once she puts her aim on something, that success of gives her that self esteem. I'm a Sagittarius with a Leo moon. Ivy, we were just talking about the Leo moon. How is that going for you, this Leo moon? Woo! Not it's a bad thing, because I feel like that Leo moon is so intense, but that could be my Pisces moon being really really sensitive around Leos, because that Leo moon is giving. I'm finna tell you the truth, and you're gonna be okay. Whereas my Pisces moon's like, is it okay if I tell you this? Are you sure? Y'all see the difference? Y'all see how you see how we navigate this world? Oh, come on. Okay. Taurus, but with a Sagittarius moon, that Sagittarius moon is really giving, like, they may need time to explore. They need a little sense of freedom. Um, yeah. They probably don't need anybody holding them down. Like, that's what that's kind of giving off to me. Thank y'all for sharing. Okay. So let's get to the Gemini. It's a listen, I tell you that Leo moon gives me like I wish a mother would. Come on, try me. That's what that Leo moon gives off. Man, I can only imagine. Did you get it? I ain't gonna say you get into fights, but I can see you like. I can see you like. Say what you gotta say, because I'm gonna say what I gotta say. That's what the healing that the Leo moons be going through, along with the Pisces. Said it's just a different type of healing. Like I've had to learn how to say like my healing. I think for the Pisces moon is learning how to set boundaries, learn how to speak up. I think the opposite for Pisces for the Pisces for the Leo is okay. I don't need to say this. I don't need to say this. But you know. Oh my goodness. This is why this stuff is so good for me. Like, it helps you to know yourself and to know people. So if I'm in a room with a Leo moon, I wouldn't be so offended. I might be still doing a little work around that, but I wouldn't be, oh, thank you for the gift, fam. I wouldn't be so, I'm never talking to you ever again. How dare you say that to me? Because in my healing journey, I realized that Leo moons or Leo's period in my experience, they they mean well, and I don't have to agree with anything they say or people for that matter. But Leo energy overall. Damn. See, see, the point is made. Because that Leo, I feel like the Leo of all signs be like, I finna say what I gotta say, and you finna hear I don't care about what you gotta say. It's about me. Listen, oh my goodness, but that's yeah, yeah. Huh, but this is how you implement this stuff. Because if you are a Leo and you don't have an awareness that you do this is why people don't like you. I mean, no offense. I feel like if you are a Leo and you're doing the work, you're probably opening up yourself for people to be more receptive to what you have to say. Maybe people that are healing, but if you're not doing the work, or people that are not doing the work as a Leo, that Leo energy, I have a Leo family member that people just anytime they open up their mouth is like combative. Yes. I'm gonna put the next starting. Yes, because when like I feel like from a lot of experiences that I've had, people take Leos the wrong way because the way that they say it is such and so with the Leo is more so learning how do I still say what I have to say, but take some of the heat off of it so that people know that I am a friendly lion. You see what I'm saying? That's what's up. My cousin just entered the room. What's up? Okay, so where we at? We with Gemini. Gemini, Gemini moon's emotional fulfillment is tied to their mental peace. If their thoughts are unstable, they will feel off balance. Spending time alone helps them think through life issues. Reflecting encourages them to get in touch with what really matters. Taking time to slow down, turn inward, and relax does wonders to help them restore emotional balance. Gemini moons have two distinct emotional natures. They need to be balanced, restless, and calm. Reading a book, spending time at the library, and studying in their home office bring emotional fulfillment because they stimulate the mind. Playing games that allow Gemini moons to exercise their mental muscles, like chess and trivia, relaxes them. On the other hand, running around, darting from place to place, and staying busy also brings fulfillment. Gemini moon people feel like they should be doing something productive at all times. They push themselves physically, intellectually, and socially to stay active. Being in nature, hiking, canoeing, fishing, rock climbing, or any activity where they can get fresh air and use their hands brings emotional fulfillment. And they are forever a student, so taking classes in adulthood has positive effects. Okay, for the Gemini moon. You say Rolling Stones, Crystal Lake. I wouldn't say Rolling Stones because my Rolling Stones took me to Temptations. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. I would say Rolling Stones. I would say very active. But I see the concept. I see the concept. But I feel like Gemini, they need intellectual conversation. They need to have their space to where they can allow their mind to be quiet at the same time, maybe steady and give that mind something to do that feels productive, which is why the reading is a thing because you are mentally stimulated, but it's allowing you to focus on what's happening right now. I.e., like the chess or the checkers. It's like we're not talkative, but we're thinking. We're thinking. So it gives the mind to do something. It gives the mind something to do. So yeah. Okay. Interesting. So Tab, if I'm correct, you are this is interesting. Did you just say you are Leo's son? This is an interesting combination to me. Did you say you're Leo's son? I know you said you're a Leo moon. No, no, no. You just said you're a Gemini moon. What is your sun sign? Woo! Tab. Tab. This is a lot of energy. Cause this is giving I can only see you in an argument, Tab. No, we gonna talk about this. We gonna talk about this. Maybe in your unhealed state. That's what that's giving. No, we finna get deep in the conversation and we're gonna talk about this. No, you gotta say something else. That can't be all what you thinking. Child. That's what that's giving. And Scorpio. No, you lying to me. No, you lying to me. I sent something off and you going to explain what is this that I'm feeling. Tab. Woo! Listen, whoever is your partner, if you have a partner, they are a gem. They are a gem. Listen, say more words. Explain why you feel this way and why are you making me feel this way. That's what, because that Scorpio be giving like projection and it be like, okay, now you said this, but now you said this, you made me feel this way. So explain why you making me feel this way. OMG, OMG. Oh, golly. Got to be more careful. Got to be more careful. And here's the gem. And yet there's nothing wrong with you. This is how you were made. There's nothing. There's nothing wrong with you. Woo! I feel all that. Leo sun, Gemini moon, and you said Scorpio. Scorpio rising. Okay. Everything is right with Tab. Absolutely. Come on. I love it. I love it. Okay, that's Gemini. Thank you for the follow, Studio Amanda. Okay, Gemini. Okay, let's get into Cancer. Cancer emotional fulfillment. Cancer moon's emotional fulfillment is connected to their family. Supporting their spouse, children, siblings, and parents is fulfilling. Family comes first for Cancer moons. Genealogy interests them because they enjoy finding out more about their ancestors and heritage. Hey, you're a Cancer, right? You're a Cancer sun, right, Beth? You're a Cancer sun, but I think Sagittarius is your moon. So this is about the moon sign. But it could still be some. Got you. Okay. I think so too. Because the Cancer is the compassionate. Yeah. Yeah. So this Gemini rising is like, I'm gonna talk to you at first sight. Like this Gemini rising is probably you could talk to a stranger. That's what that's giving. Right. But then the Cancer as a sun is more so like family, community, being in your face and wanting to love and take care of you. Absolutely sweet and relatable. Absolutely. But now the Sagittarius moon is giving, all right, I need space. You ain't got to be in my face every day. You can have some resignation with the energy from the moon because it's the Cancer energy. But the moon is really about how you get in touch with your feelings. The moon is about how do you tap into your intuition? How do you lean into self-care? Yeah. So that Cancer, your Cancer sun, the way that I see it and the way that I understand it is this sun is this how people see you, right? So as a Cancer sun, they may think if they just see you as a Cancer sun, they'll think that you always want to be in their face, that you always or if you have a home that you always are okay with people being in your house because you want to take care of them and you want to love on them or take care of them. But the Sagittarian is like, okay, I've had enough. I've had enough. But that's what I'm saying. The Cancer sun is giving home, is giving you right. But if they don't know that you have a Sagittarius moon, it's like, okay, you've been here long enough. I need my space. You see how this is working? So your moon sign is that self-care. It's that, okay, what do I need right now to be balanced? How do I ground myself in this right now moment? Or how do I get the answer to my next step? Uh, or attract partners that show us what we need according to our moon sign. And this is why when you're dating somebody, you I would oblige you. Is that the right word to say? I would admonish you. That's the better word. Oh, my pleasure. I would admonish you to really give people 90 days. Because if you start to really lock in at the 30-day point, like you really haven't seen the entire person. Like I would even say that sun sign is the rose colored glasses. Oh, that was good to me. People, I listen. That was good. That came from the divine. People's sun sign when it comes to relationship is that rose colored glasses because you're only seeing people's sun sign is the rose colored glasses for you because you're only seeing what they portray, but you're not seeing the core of, if not the core, you're not seeing them inwardly. You're not seeing how they process emotions. You're not seeing how, thank you, Matt. You're not seeing how they um, advocate for themselves or know themselves or love themselves because you can't change anybody. And if you don't allow that opportunity to really get the whole scope of an individual, then you are signed up for a lesson. You might wanted to hop out. Okay, so we got the Cancer Moon. Cancer Moons need time to rest, relax, and surrender. They try to maintain comfort by escaping and withdrawing from the world. Being able to, oh no, that's the comfort. We're talking about for emotional fulfillment. Uh, it's important for Cancer Moon people to find ways to balance their insecurities, overcome jealousy, and eliminate controlling behaviors. Intimate relationships and love can bring emotional fulfillment, but trust is key. Alone time, solitude, and peaceful surroundings enhance fulfillment. Privacy, seclusion, and quality time to withdraw soothe their soul. Okay? Cancer Moon? Come on, Cancer Moon. Work can make it hard for Cancer Moons to feel emotionally fulfilled and grounded. Trusting the universe helps them let go of insecurities, fears, and pessimistic thinking. Unstable emotions affect their minds, so it's important to keep a positive outlook. You an Aquarius, or you Aquarius Sun or Moon? I mean, you're Aquarius Moon. We're talking about moon signs. All right, let's get to this Leo Moon because Leo Moon was a hot topic earlier. Leo Moon, emotional fulfillment. Oh, no worries. So glad you're here. Thank you for chiming in, Jay Fuller. Um, if you don't know your moon sign, just to kind of lock everybody in. Hey, I'm Titus Glenn, singer, songwriter, sound healer, and spiritual life coach. And we're talking about moon signs because your moon signs helps you connect to your emotions, your feelings, and your intuition. Okay, so you as an Aquarius, more than likely, if you don't know your moon sign, you probably just said you're Aquarius. And so from Aquarius sign to another Aquarius sign, finding your moon sign is probably going to just set your brain on fire. You hear me? From an intellectual to another intellectual, because it's gonna allow you to explore how do I be this unique individual. Okay. Uh, what is the most intuitive sign? I would say the intuitive signs in the zodiac are going to be related to the water signs because your intuition has to deal with your emotions. So it is, yeah, yes. Getting in this knowledge, getting into this knowledge of astrology and what how astrology applies to you is freeing of self. And as an Aquarius, to know this information, be like, okay, I'm gonna be me because this is who I am. So yes. So like Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpios, those are the most intuitive. Scorpio and Pisces, I would say they're at the top two. Cause Scorpio will be like catching they be like, I know you lying. I know you lying. Pisces moon, I can feel like you're like, I feel like this is off. Something's telling me it's off. But Scorpio's like, I know you lying. Aries moon in the sixth house. Okay. My pleasure. My pleasure. Now this Aries moon in the sixth house dealing with career and the workplace. Aries, like I can see you being like very fiery at work, not in a bad way, maybe more so needing to have excitement around work in the sixth house, like that being you being passionate and needing to be passionate about work, and not necessarily. I think it's more so about the culture with an Aries. You're a Libra sun, with Aries moon in the sixth house. But I feel like the in the sixth house with a Aries moon, I think it's like head first, like being maybe even because the Aries is the first part of the first house, so they're being in the sixth house, almost like taking the lead at work too. I like this man because I feel like you taking the lead at work is going or being over assignments at work. But the way you lead Libra might be bring some balance to how people perceive you when you first start like taking the ranks. But that emotional fulfillment in the sixth house, I would say have to do with like being balanced, not balanced, or being passionate about your work life or the culture of what you are in at work. But that's just me. Because the sixth house is related to work. What else? Sixth house is sixth house, um, and it's also the house of health. So work, service, health, healing, pets, daily routines. So having routine in the sixth house, I can see that working for you. Hygiene, duty, but again, your work, your service, like what are you in the career field that you're really loving and can climb the ranks and growth and all that stuff. So thank you for sharing. But again, that Libra sun is going to bring about that balance, so people know that you can lead in a way that is balanced and is not, you know, making it all about you. All right. So that's the Cancer. We are now in the Leo moon. Leo moon. Oh, Leo moon. Here we go. Leo moon emotional fulfillment. Leo moons feel emotional fulfilled when they are in charge. Their confidence is bolstered when all eyes are on them. Okay, but I say retired. Okay, okay, okay. I will wonder. I will wonder how to how, but that the beat. But here it is though, because you're proving you're like even now in this even the last live you were in service. So to me that like the way that you go in these lives and share to me that's that Aries moon. Like this right here, even this the way you're showing up in lives is what brings you emotional fulfillment. And I can see how when you can't do it, or if you don't have access to do it, it can be frustrating. So that is in connection to your Aries being in the sixth house. And I would even say with that Aries energy, I would even say, even if you're on disability, there might be, and this is the creative in me, really, there might be even a way for you to even monetize that service, or even with because the disability is not, that's, it could be, I'm gonna say it like this. The disability could be assigned to reroute how you show up so that you can get everything that you desire. Because there's no limitations, especially with that Aries energy. That Aries energy is like going for it. So yes, thank you for sharing. All right, Leo's moon emotional fulfillment. Leo moons feel emotional fulfilled when they are in charge. Their confidence is bolstered when all eyes are on them. Having the authority to make decisions fulfills them. They want others to look up to them and respect their position. This increases their self esteem. Being liked, valued, and respected by others brings emotional fulfillment. It's difficult for them to be disliked. Friends, friendly, caring, and sociable, Leo moons will try to charm their enemies in an attempt to win them over. I'm laughing. I'm having a moment. Deep down, they want everyone to like them. They need to feel special. Okay, so story time. I have this family member who I got into it not too long ago, and this has resonated with me because it's like we was having a conversation, and he's a Leo. He's a Leo sun. I don't know what his moon sign is, but this Leo energy is showing up, right? We was having a conversation, and we were talking about him basically not listening, and dear, him not listening, and him only talking to try to get me to change my mind or get people to change their mind. And I was like, that's not how that works. And he's a devout Christian. And so when he talks and have conversation about the word of God, it's like he doesn't listen to actually hear. He listens to get a point to try to convince you to come on his side. I said, that's not, first of all, that's not even what Jesus did. Jesus presented the information and he let them choose. So the fact that you are talking in a way like, this is why people consider you argumentative, because you're not listening. You're doing it in a way to try to win them over, and that's not. And the connection for me in all this is like Leo's trying to basically talk. Where was the line at? They want others to look up to them and respect their position. This increases their self esteem. Being liked, valued, and respected by others brings emotional fulfillment. It's different for them to be disliked. Leo moons are children hearts of being playful, like since they enjoy it. Where was it at? So it's about. I thought I read a line somewhere. Oh, I skipped over a line. That's what I was like. Wait. I skipped something. Here's the line. Leo moons will try to charm their enemies in an attempt to win them over. That was the line. That's where it took me. Like I don't like we can agree to disagree. It does sound manipulating, but you know what that is a sign of, and this is my connection with it. It can appear as manipulation, and it can also be, I want to be heard. I want to be heard. I want to be heard. Please come to my side, because coming to my side will bring about validation to give me a sense of being in control. Ooh. And it's not a good look most often for people that are not aware that what they're really craving for and really wanting is a sense that you get where they're coming from, because it's only supporting them, and they don't realize it's an insecurity showing up. So yes, Finding loyal friends and partners is key to their emotional fulfillment. Their happiness is tied to the their happiness is tied to the happiness of those closest to them. Experiencing love and expressing their heartfelt feelings brings fulfillment. So, in all this, fam, this right here makes so much sense because this particular Leo, he's very masculine in the sense of, you know, I leave my family. I want my wife to stay at home, and even remember. I remember going to eat with them at their house, and they went somewhere, or he went somewhere and came back. And while he was gone, his daughter was like asking the mom, like, should I make dad's plate or are you gonna make it? And I was listening, and this, if you do this, great. The way you treat your man in your house is your business. But I think it's also my awareness now that he has to feel like the king of his castle. Whereas dating, like maybe like a Pisces moon, like, or somebody else, like, we would appreciate it, but we would appreciate it more if you had conversation or you consider our feelings. So there's just these different distinctions. Now, I don't mind you making my plate. I think that's a beautiful thing, but that's not what makes or breaks me. But I think there are certain men and maybe even certain women that need to feel catered to in that way. Just observation, Tiara. But Tiara, I said you got the Virgo sun, Aries, Aries moon, and Capricorn. This is, but I think we was talking about this, Tiara, because were we talking about the critique, the organization, and this Aries moon is a little fiery, but I feel like the Aries moon is a playful fiery. So feel like if you were in a conversation, an argument, it will be like, I'm saying this, but I'm gonna say it jokingly, but it's almost like you go off on people with a sense of sarcasm. That's what the Aries moon is giving, but you be really trying to convey what you feel. So I'm gonna say what I mean, but it's gonna be kind of sarcastic. So it still has that little fiery. Now Leo, they ain't gonna care. They gonna say it blunt. But that hey, 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 healing goddess. But that Aries moon gives off a sarcastic, like, childlike type of energy. All at the same time, I tell you, and it's probably gonna be a little sarcasm in it. But yes, I had to. Listen, this is why I love this stuff. This is why I love this stuff. What's up, Elder William? All right, let me do one more, and then we can pick this up tomorrow. Unless y'all have some other questions coming through. So that's the Leo. That's the Leo moon. Let's go to the Virgo moon. I'm a Taurus sun, rising Scorpio moon. Okay, Taurus sun. So you definitely need structure. You need routine. This Virgo rising, you may come off as critical at first glance. Ooh, but what makes it interesting is the Scorpio moon, because the Scorpio moon gives off critical well, the Virgo rising gives off critical at first glance, but once I get to know you, you want deep conversation around what you are observing. And then that Scorpio moon, if you're not doing the work, I say it this way, could come off as projection and you're not really listening, and so I think the Scorpio moon healing in a lot of circles is to really understand that your emotions are real and valid, and being honest about your emotions versus projecting what you feel onto somebody else. It's almost like you should be feeling this too. And I'm like, well, I don't feel that way. but you should. That's what that's given. And you should feel deeply about this. You really should. Because I feel it. Don't you feel it? Grand Rising and the Scorpio Moon's healing work is okay. I feel this way. They don't have to feel it. All right. And then the other side of that is okay, I know I don't feel this, but I feel some type of way. Okay, let me figure out what is this? Is this my stuff or is this your stuff? Good morning. Is that Ty? How are you? My pleasure. My pleasure. And I bring this into my coaching sessions because this helps you, this information helps you talk to people, be able to be aware of yourself as well as be aware of how you might be coming across. That if you didn't have this awareness, you would tell everybody that they lying on you. They would be, you'd be like, especially Aquarius, you be telling them you feel like it's like you're not here. And you be like, but I am. But you're not. And so now as an Aquarius, if I'm in conversation and I'm probably, you know, people that don't know me, they probably think I'm not there. But my Pisces moon is there. So I'm picking up and feeling everything that you're saying. So now I have to be more aware, maybe even of my facial expressions, or even to be more honest, because I feel like as an Aquarius sun, sometimes when I'm talking to people, this is in intimate relationships, I'll be saying I'm fine when I'm really irritated. And so I feel like an Aquarius can hide their feelings really, really well, whereas a Leo will not be able to hide their feelings well. I have an Aries sun, Cap Moon, Virgo rise. People think I'm keeping secrets or not disclosing everything. Ah, for sure. I feel like Aries though has the Aries I know are secretive. So I can see how that comes across. I can see that. But you be knowing, you just don't be saying nothing. So when I got my best friend is an Aries, and I be like, okay, you telling me this, but what are you not saying? Let's get to that. Let's get to, okay, you told me all this. This is good. This is good. I like that you're telling me this, but what are you not saying? Because you're telling me this to get my opinion on this, but you're not giving me the whole story. Huh. And most of the time I'll be accurate. Like what is, but I feel like that's my Pisces moon, like reading through what they're not saying. Okay. Huh. But this is why you get into astrology. Reading the fluff. Yes. Reading the fluff. And this is why you get into this work. Not to predict your life, but to become a better self. So now you begin to see dual. You begin to see who you are. You begin to see how people perceive you. And you can begin to find balance. And this doesn't mean you get it right every day, but this means that you become more aware that maybe I didn't say that right. Versus I said it right and it's you're gonna have to deal with it. But maybe you did it. Okay, so the Leo moon is about your emotions and your self-care. So the performance, you performing is healing for you, is what that says to me. Because the Leo moon is a creative energy. It's about it's the Leo. The Leo is a creative energy. It's about how you reflect yourself. So I will be wanting to know what is your rising, what's your sun sign? So this is why I say, knowing that I'm a Pisces moon, like last night I was feeling some type of way, and then I was like, what do I need? So I decided to work on music. And after I worked on music, I felt better. Okay, okay. Sagittarius gives off as a sun, like you have to be comfortable around people that you are sharing with. Absolutely. So, ooh, that Sagittarius sun is giving though that you see. You may not say nothing now. You see a lot, but you may not say nothing. And when you speak on it, people might be like, "Ooh, that came off a little like why you say it that way." And keep in mind that there might be other things going on in the house, but again, and then it depends on where your sun's in Sagittarius. So depending on what other planets are in there could be affecting that. But the Sagittarius sun is definitely giving solitude because you are free. You like to be free, but when you speak, it'd be like, did you have to say it that way? And you might say it a little facetious, or you might say it, be like, oh, I shouldn't have said it like that. And Sagittarius energy gives off like I really didn't mean it. And these are the distinctions between the fire signs because the Leo be like, I meant it, I said it, you're gonna be okay. Sagittarius is like, I didn't mean to say it like that. And then you have your Aries is like, I said it. And you'll say it facetiously. Huh. So yeah. So this is how you put in the this is how you use this to help you. Thank you, Meg. Um, got you. Yes, hey, being pin. Listen, Sagittarius need to be able to move about physically. Maybe being on the go, traveling. But yeah, your moon sign is that. This is why I say people don't know their moon sign, and I feel like if people knew their moon sign, they would pay attention to how what they're feeling, and they would pay attention to ways to actually help maneuver those feelings and move that energy throughout the body so that it's not stuck, because the body keeps the score, right? I don't know if y'all read that book, but science shows that trauma stays in the body. And if you don't know how to advocate for yourself, right, then you don't know how to change your mood and switch your mood or get grounded or tap into your intuition or come out the dark places. So knowing this is very, very important for sure. For sure. Y'all have any other questions? And if you want to, just to, if anything was inspiring to you, I do welcome donations. So you can always check on my bio and send donations via Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. If you are needing some assistance with unpacking things personally, I am a spiritual life coach. So that information is always available in my bio if you need a one-on-one, etc. Those services are available. Yeah. And then this is how you get to move you this is how you become free, because you stop projecting and you start like, okay, and you start to stand in who you are. Okay? All right? Well, cool. If nobody has any other questions, my pleasure. We're going to sing our love song. It's going to be released next year. I'm thinking I have a release date in mind. Okay? So we go. It goes like this. Come on, y'all know it. Just in case you haven't heard it in a while. Hey, come on. And just in case you really need to know. Just in case you haven't heard it in a while. Just in case you really need to know. Oh, I love you back, hey. I love you, I love you, I love you back, hey. I love you, I love you, I love you back, hey. I love you, I love you, I love you back. Absolutely, absolutely, Billy Buckets. No, like there's always a shadow. Believe in yourself for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. So happy healing to everybody. Go stream a Titus Clean jam today. Oh, oh, and that's we're going to be writing a song today. Thank you for that reminder. So at 12 Central Standard Time, today is Wednesday. So we are going live to write a song at 12. So if that's your jam, if you want to be a part of this creative space, come write a song with us at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're going to get it in. All right. I love y'all. See y'all later.